Rico Blaine, Wendigo.
All right. What's up? What's up? What's up? How y'all doing this morning, man? Hopefully everyone's doing well. Everyone doing well in the building. Bro, I can't help it, bro. I can't help it. I'm sorry, Felix. I know I'm 15 minutes late, bro. It's been like that. It's been like that the last 3 days. I just have a lot going on, man. But we here. We here, baby. College football Saturday. Let's fucking get to the money. If you guys can, please share the chat or share the group. Y'all already know the deal, man. Just share this, John. Help me out here. Uh just spread the word, let people know we're in the building and that we are going over college football and maybe some MLB, depending on how fast we finish this. I'm trying to be out of here in an hour and a half in time for college football kickoff. I thought I was going to have Cali Wagers with me today, but it don't look like it. So it's probably just going to be me. So yeah, man, if you're on YouTube, please hit the like button. Subscribe if you're not. And if you are on Twitter, please retweet the post for me and let people know we are live. All right. I mean, there's a lot I like today. Yesterday, man, we had a 3-unit max play. Um, I know it's not. I know it don't sound as attractive as a 50-unit Mega Max or whale or Megalodon. You know what I mean? Like 100-unit play, but 3 units is a lot for me. We work off of a basic one unit size, simple, right? It's a lot simpler than saying 50 units. But 3 units is a big max for me, and we had Pena for Syracuse to go over his receiving yards, and that cashed easy. Well, not easy. It was actually more of a sweat than I thought it would be, but nonetheless, the job got done, and we got paid. That's all that matters. So I was super excited about that. That was a good win to carry us into today. And yeah, I'm excited about today's football games, man. I handpicked a few games out for you guys that we're going to talk about. If there's any games that I missed that you want to talk about in the chat, please let me know and I'll go over them. If there's time left, we're going to hit the MLB as well. But all you guys have to do is just join my Discord and you'll find everything in there, or sign up for VIP. Then you skip all the bullshit. You can just simply know exactly what I'm putting my money on, and leave it at that. But anyway, let's get started, man. Let's just get started. All right. So it looks like the first game we're going to be talking about, obviously we're going to hit college football first. Like I said, if we have time for the MLB, I'll go over it. First game we got on the board, it looks like it's going to be, give me 1 second. Looks like it's going to be Missouri taking on Texas A&M. So we got Missouri taking on Texas A&M. You got Missouri coming in as a 2.5 point underdog. They're on the road here. You got Texas A&M laying 2.5 at home. It's at a minus 142. And Missouri's at a plus 120. They're giving us a total. They're giving us a total of 47 and a half. Um, I mean, this is a tough game, right? Really good game to start our day. I mean, this is a good game to start college football for sure. The line opened up at a 4.5. That's when I seen it. It opened up at a 4.5 in favor of Texas A&M. Okay, opened up at a 4.5 in favor of Texas A&M. Now it's down to a 2.5 in favor of Texas A&M. So it looks like we have a lot of money coming in on Missouri here. And that worries me a little bit. I like Missouri here. I do. I think they have the ability to win this game outright. Does it worry me that there's a lot of public money coming in on Missouri? Absolutely. It always worries me. This is a game to start the day off. A lot of people are going to bet this game. Missouri's on this is their first true road game. All right. This is their first true game. And when you're going to A&M Kyle Field, bro, that is a very tough place to play. You know? And you can say Missouri, honestly, I'm just trying to play like devil's advocate here. You could say that Missouri has not been tested much, right? Like I think it's fair to say that. Their schedule hasn't been that tough. Um, if you were to tell me before the start of the season, like I know some of you guys are probably thinking, "Plug, what the fuck are you talking about? Missouri's schedule isn't tough." Yeah, guys, if you looked at it before the start of the season, sure, but now let's look at Florida. Okay, are they much of a threat, guys? Nah, not really. Florida ain't much of a threat. Who else did they play? They played Arkansas at a neutral site, right? So I don't take too much context into that at a neutral site. Arkansas is a good team. I don't take too much context into that because of the neutral site. And the only other one I could think of is Notre Dame. And honestly, Notre Dame has been so inconsistent that I don't really think that is much of, yeah, it's a test, but you get what I'm saying, right? Like, it's not really there. As much of a tough schedule as you thought Missouri had at the beginning of the year, it really hasn't been all that what it's cracked up to be, but Missouri definitely has. You know, I do think Mizzou wins this game outright. All right. They've won their last 8 games, man. Missouri has. Each of Texas A&M's last 6 games as a favorite, especially against AP ranked teams. They have all been lower scoring games. I think Missouri's going to be just fine here. I'm looking at what are they, fourth right now? I think Texas A&M might be first. They're 4-1, right? I believe. Let me see. Yeah, Texas A&M's 4-1. Missouri's 4-0. Um, I do think that this could be more of a lower scoring game than what people think. Honestly, and I get why everyone's on. I get why everyone's on Missouri here because I am as well. I just think we have to be a lot more cautious now betting this game if we're back in Missouri. All right. So that's all I wanted to say about this side, man. Uh, good morning, bro. Kevin Hawthorne, good morning. Appreciate you being here, bro. Jane Felix says 67% of the bets on Missouri. That's what worries me. That's what worries me now. I did a write up on Missouri. You can go find it in at the website. I'm on Missouri today for the show, but when I seen this much line movement, guys, okay, I'm concerned. So I am definitely concerned here. So just take that with a grain of salt. All right. So just be careful betting Missouri here because all the money is on them. All right. Next game we got. I believe it is looks like UCLA versus Penn State. So we got UCLA versus Penn State here. You got UCLA coming in as a 28-point underdog on the road. Penn State absolutely brutal. minus 28 here. You're laying 28 points here with Penn State, man. You got a total of 46 and a half. Penn State's at home. I mean, we're at Beaver Stadium, man, and Penn State is a freaking problem, bro. You can't tell me this team is not. Penn State is a problem. They are playing great football right now. This is a serious team. They have shown signs. They have shown us signs of life, like more than I expected. Right? I mean, this team is just taking no prisoners, guys. This number is huge, though. This number is huge, and it leaves plenty of room for a team like UCLA to hit the back door. I mean, we have seen it in UCLA's last couple games, right? UCLA's last couple games, they've got numbers like this, guys, and they have covered. I just want to back that up. I know they covered last game. I know for a fact they covered last game. Yeah, they did. They covered their last two games, and they were getting big ass spreads. Yeah, they're getting big ass spreads on that one as well. Um, I don't really trust UCLA, but I could see them scoring something here, and I think that's all we need out of them. I think this total is too low because at the end of the day, would it really surprise anyone or shock anyone if Penn State put up, you know, 45 points by themselves today? No. I think this is an over spot. It opened up at a 46 and a half. It's now sitting at a 46 and a half, slightly favored to the over. I think that's exactly where we go with this game. I think we just simply look at the over here. And call it a day here. Penn State has covered, especially against non-AP ranked teams. I mean, they covered 15 of their last 17 games, which is which is a lot. It's a really good record there. So I mean, you could take the shot with Penn State here. I mean, they're playing fantastic. So you can definitely take the shot with Penn State here. But I rather play it safe and take the over personally. So give me the over in Penn State UCLA here. I think it's the best way and the safest way to go. All right. Next game we got on the board. Looks like we got what we got. Let me see. All right, we're going to head to the 3:30 slate now. This is my favorite slate of the day. This is my favorite slate of the day right here. We have some really good games in this one, man. So we got Iowa and Ohio State playing. That's the wrong tag. Work with me, guys. Maybe I don't have it. Oh yeah, here it is. All right, so we got Ohio State at home here. You got Iowa on the road. You got Iowa getting 18 points in this game, yo. You got Ohio State laying 18 points. We got a total of 46 here. It's locked up on both sides at a minus 110. Iowa has been a good offense in my eyes. I know last night when I was on Wolf Sports Space, Tenement kind of was like, Iowa's not really that good of an offense, but in my eyes, they are. I had to disagree with him on that. I do like what I'm seeing from Iowa's offense. I think they are. I think they're much better than what we've seen. Okay, Iowa is 4-0 to the over this year. First of all, which if you would have told me this last year, I would have laughed at you. Iowa has not been known for their offense. They are 4-0 to the over this year. This team has got their offense going. And I'm telling y'all right now, I think this is the toughest offense that Ohio State has seen so far this year is Iowa today. I'm dead ass. I don't think they have seen a tougher offense than Iowa. And I think Iowa's going to bring that. I mean, I don't think I think Iowa has a good chance to break through this Ohio State defense. I truly do. Because you look, yes, you can say, oh, Ohio State has the best run defense, quote unquote, the best run defense in the nation. Oh, look who they played though. I mean, seriously, you got Akron, Marshall. Western Michigan. You have Michigan State. I mean, come on, bro. They have not seen an offense like Iowa yet this year. That's all I'm saying here. And you're giving me 18 points with a team that I think is honestly going to shell shock Ohio State at home here. I think the whole world is going to be riding with Ohio State. I think so. This Iowa run game could honestly surprise some people today. I think Iowa shows up. I think the over is probably not a bad play here, but I'm leaning more of the points, man. So you got to give me Iowa here, man, plus the 18. I think they find a way to get it done. I truly do. I think they find a way to get it done here. Uh, so that's where I'm at, man. That's where I'm at here. Let me see. Let me see something. Give me 1 second, y'all. I don't know if y'all get player props or not. That's why I don't really like talking player props because I get a lot of people that tell me, "Oh, I can't get player props." So I really stopped talking college player props and but there are a lot of good player props out there, guys, that you know that you can take advantage of on a weekly basis. They're not easy. They're not easy player props because it's college and it's so hit and miss. But there's a lot of good. There's a lot of good. There's a lot of good player props out there you can make a lot of money off of if you just find the right ones. Um, Let me see here. Yeah, they're averaging 32 points and their defense is giving up 13.8. I mean, I just don't understand. Their offense is ranked 53rd in the league, while their defense is ranked 15th in the league. Like, I think I think this defense is going to stand on business, and I think Iowa's run game is going to get down and dirty, bro. I don't know why I got so much shit yesterday for talking about this Iowa team. I mean, Minnesota, they were able to put up 31. I mean, they got a 3-1 record. I mean, I don't, bro. Yeah, you got to give me Caleb Johnson, bro. Where's his touchdown at? Where's Johnson's touchdown at? I'm done playing with it, man. It's probably going to be like minus 500, right? Plus 125, man. Lock me in. Caleb Johnson. Caleb Johnson plus 125. Lock me in right now. We on business. Let's go. Let's go. All right, let's keep it moving, man. Caleb Johnson, anytime touchdown, Iowa plus the points. Let's get it, guys. Remember, man, put anything in the chat. If you disagree, don't agree, let me know. I'm by myself. I need someone to talk to. All right, on to bigger and better things, man. As we stay in this 3:30 slate, because this 3:30 between seven is loaded. I mean, they are loaded. And I'm going to skip some games that y'all probably want to talk about. And I do apologize. But you guys know where to find me, man. If you guys got anything you want to talk about, you know where to find me, man. Just hit me up and ask. All right, we got Auburn taking on Georgia. We got Auburn taking on Georgia. This is looking like this is looking like quite the shit show, if you ask me. So we got Auburn getting 21 points here, guys. We got Georgia laying 21 points in this one. We got a total of 51. Georgia's at home here. Georgia played, honestly, guys, last week versus Bama. That I have a short time of watching college football, right? I mean, like more than a lot of people, right? Because I'm younger. So I only have like, 6, 7 years under my belt of really watching college football and really being involved in it. Like knowing what's going on, knowing the whole, everything that goes behind college football, the history, right? I have like 5 years, 6 years in. That Georgia and Alabama game was the best game that I've ever watched in my life for college football. And I stand on that. I know some of you older heads will probably argue with me, but you got to think of in the last 5 years, that is the best game that I've ever personally watched that Georgia just played versus Alabama. It had everything you could ask for in a football game in that game. You had big explosive plays. You had some good defense. You've had up and down, taking the lead, back and forth, just a gritty fight. Two great teams, man. The atmosphere was incredible, bro. Best college football game I ever watched in my life was Georgia versus Alabama. So I probably think that Georgia is probably pissed off, right? And I think Auburn is just walking into a shitstorm. I think Georgia is going to let it all out today. Kirby Smart is not going to let his team take the foot off the gas here. I don't care if Georgia is up 24-0. I don't care. They're not taking their foot off the gas here. I just can't see it. I think Georgia comes out and really, really beats up on Auburn today. I'm laying the 21 here with Georgia. I think they get it done, man. I really do. I think Georgia comes out here and just annihilates Auburn today. I don't even think it's going to be fair. I think it's just Auburn catching the team at the wrong time, man. They're just catching Georgia at the wrong time. Um, and sadly, they're going to have to, pay the consequence for what Alabama did to Georgia last week. Because that I rather lose a game. You might as well lose a game the way Georgia lost that game, y'all. You can't tell me that Smart probably don't feel like he lost that game by 30 points. Losing a game the way you did last week, you as a coach, you have to feel like, bro, like you'll feel the same exact way if you lost by 30. I mean, it was just a crazy, crazy epic ending. I love it. That was such a good game, man. I think Georgia stands on business today and reminds everybody, that they're real. And I think they bring everything, the full arsenal on Auburn today. All right, let's move on. We got we got we got Ole Miss. We got Ole Miss taking on South Carolina. So we got Ole Miss coming in, laying 9.5 points here. They're minus 325 on the money line. You got South Carolina getting 9.5 here. You got a total of 52.5. Slightly favored to the over in this one. Ole Miss really, really shit the bed last week. All right. Now, do we trust them enough to go back to them here? I mean, you got upset by Kentucky. All right, you got upset by Kentucky. But now you have a chance. You have a chance, Ole Miss, because you're going against South Carolina. You have a chance to bounce back here. I mean, do they take advantage of it? We did see Kentucky get rocked. I don't take too much context into this, but South Carolina did rock Kentucky bad. I mean, they beat Kentucky by a boatload, and Ole Miss just lost to Kentucky. Now, I don't play that game, that old back and forth game like that, but it is something to think about because it has been in this season, and we're only in what, week 5, 6? So, I mean, if Ole Miss won, here's my whole thing. What if Ole Miss won and covered last week against Kentucky? What if? What would this line be? I'm thinking double digits, right? It'll be definitely double digits. So I do see value. I do see value in Ole Miss, but it's not my favorite game on the board. But I definitely think we lay the 9.5 with Ole Miss here. I think they have a bounce back game against South Carolina. South Carolina is just a team that I do not trust, man. I do not trust. So on a pure value play, going off of what we seen last week from Ole Miss, I think this is a really good get right spot. Even though we know it's not easy to get right on the road, I think they do here. So give me Ole Miss in this one. I'll lay the 9.5, and we'll keep it pushing. Next game we got, man, we got Indiana taking on Northwestern. This is going to be another battle right here, man. So we got Indiana coming in, laying 13 points in this game. You got Northwestern getting 13 points in this game. Northwestern is at home. They're giving us a total of 40. Man, this just has a gritty, ugly ass, in the trenches type of game written all over it. You got to give me the under here. Indiana is 5-0, right? 5-0. They're 5-0 against the spread. I mean, these boys have been for real. And they're not just winning their games, they are beating the brakes off of teams. Like, Indiana is serious, man. I do respect Northwestern, okay? And I respect that defense in Northwestern. And but I mean, what is that dude's name? Kurt Signetti, right? Yeah, yeah, that's their coach. I think that's Northwestern, right? No, that's Indiana's coach is Signetti. Who is Northwestern's coach? I cannot think for the life of me who is what. It doesn't matter. But anyway, I think that Northwestern has an advantage here when it comes to the defense. I think they're going to bring that defense. I truly do. It's the only way they're going to stay in this game, right? The only way Northwestern is going to stay in this game is if they make it a low scoring in the trenches type of game, man. And honestly, you know, Indiana has a good defense as well. You got to remember that coach Signetti, he broke everyone over from the Dukes, man. That the whole damn team is there. The whole damn team is there in Indiana. And they didn't have a bad defense. And they don't have a bad defense this year. I just think that this is going to be a really lower scoring game. And I think that I think Northwestern's defense shows up a lot more than what people think here. And honestly, that's why we are seeing a low total like this. I mean, this total does look low for what we've been seeing from both these teams, especially Indiana. And I think that's telling, man. So I'm taking the under here. The under 40 probably looks like the best bet. Indiana laying 13 points. It looks good. I just can't get there. I just simply can't get there on it. Um, I believe me, I want to back Indiana. I just can't get there. So give me the under 40 in this one. I think both defenses show up, especially Northwestern's. I think Northwestern's defense really shows up today. Um, all right. Next game we got. It looks like we got bow, 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 bow. Damn, there's a lot of good games today, man. We got Alabama versus Vanderbilt. Yo, just saying. I don't have this game on tap. Vandy covers today. Vandy covers today. All right. I'm just throwing that out there. It's a game I didn't want to put on the slate. But I think Vandy covers today. All right, we got Clemson taking on Florida State. We got Clemson laying 16.5 points. You got Florida State getting 16.5 points. We have a total of 46.5, favored to the over. Man, as ugly as this sounds, and I hate FSU with a passion, I got to take the points here. You got to give me the 16.5, y'all. You got to give me the 16.5. I honestly think this bitch opened up at 14 or 13 or something like that. This line has definitely been getting a lot of love here on Clemson for good reason, man. Like, I'm trying to find the line now that it opened up at. And there's good reason why there's money coming in on Clemson, guys. I mean, seriously, they've been playing good football, man. They really have been. They're 3-1 on the year. They've looked good. Florida State has just looked god awful, bro. They have looked just awful, awful, awful. Um, I do think that this is just too many points, man. You're gonna have to give me Florida State here with the points. So you always get value with backup quarterbacks, right? And I mean that's in NFL, that's in college football, because a lot of people buy into that hype. You know what I mean? Like, oh shit, their backups in, the line gets way blown out of proportion, and people just automatically fade away from backup quarterbacks, right? But in this situation with FSU, it's hard not to argue that the backup quarterback coming in is not an upgrade. I think this is an upgrade for FSU with their backup quarterback. So now you got everyone running to Clemson, which they would have done in the first place because FSU just looks terrible. But then you got the backup quarterback factor involved now as well, which I personally think is an upgrade. I think a new quarterback in there, their backup quarterback, could only be a help to this team. I don't care what the numbers say. I think it can only help this team. But when you look at Clemson defense, I mean, it's not great. And this is their first true road game, guys. This is Clemson's first true road game of the season. And FSU, I mean, let's just say they somehow pull an upset here, right? Let's just say they somehow pull an upset here. Their hopes for a bowl game is very much alive, right? I mean, their chances for a bowl, because at this point, that's what they got to be looking for, right? Like, damn, we got to get us to a fucking bowl game. I mean, they have a brutal road ahead of them, right? And they're going to have opportunities to pull off some monster upsets if they get in there and do what they got to do. We have not seen it yet from them, but I think in this game right now, this is their best chance at an upset. FSU can get that ground game going against this Clemson defense, and they make this a fight in the trenches, FSU could win this game outright, man. I'm just saying. All right. So I would definitely take the 16 and a half with Florida State here. But it's a game that I'm not running through the window on. I'm just saying that this is Florida State's chance, man. This is Florida State's chance, man. They're at home. They got Clemson in their first true road game. Got everyone underestimating FSU here with a backup quarterback. I mean, Clemson has just been rolling. And, man, laying 16 and a half points looks really good. Just saying, man, be careful here. Be careful here. All right. What we got next, man? Okay, looks like we got Tennessee taking on the Hogs, man. The Hogs. All right, so we got Tennessee coming in laying 14 points. We got Arkansas getting 14 points in this game. We got a total of 56 and a half, guys. 56 and a half. It's slightly favored to the over here. That game at Oklahoma, that game at Oklahoma kind of showed me a bit about Tennessee that I kind of needed to know. And now here they are back on the road, right? Second road game. Here they are back on the road, laying 14 points against a very, very tough Arkansas team who has looked great. Honestly, Arkansas has looked great. I really like, I really like that we get the Hogs as a home dog here, man. I really like it. This team has been battle tested, bro. Arkansas has been battle tested. And honestly, Green has been good, man. Green has been good for Arkansas. Like, Arkansas has covered all three games that they were dogs in. All three games that Arkansas was an underdog in, they covered or won outright. Like, I think Arkansas has a shot here, man. I like Arkansas at home here. To possibly upset Tennessee. possibly upset Tennessee here, man. So, yeah, I like I said, that Oklahoma game, sure, Tennessee got the bye week and all that, but that Oklahoma game kind of opened up my eyes, and now you got really good film on Tennessee as well. And Arkansas is no scrubs, man. They're well coached. They have a good quarterback, and they got a for real offense, man. So I think they can run with the big boys, man. I think Tennessee is on upset alert as a 14-point favorite. I think Tennessee's on upset alert. We'll see what happens here. All right, let's keep it moving, man. Our next game, we got Michigan taking on Washington. This is a good game, man. This is a really good game. You got Michigan coming in as a 1.5 point underdog here. You got Washington laying 1.5 in this one. You got a total of 40, pretty low total here. And it's slightly favored to the over. I like Michigan as a dog here. I do. And I'm not a big Michigan guy. I mean, we had the rematch of the championship last year, and I'm sure Michigan wants blood, right? I'm pretty sure that this is a big game for Michigan, as of Washington it is as well. Um, I'm not really buying into Washington, bro. I'm not. And people can argue with me, but they are steady at home, bro. They are steady at home. They have not really been battle tested at all, if you ask me. Uh, their defense has been impressive. Sure, I like Washington's defense. It's been impressive, and they have a good QB. But Michigan, I think Michigan can stand with these boys, man. I really do. And Michigan knows how to run the ball. They know how to run the ball. They're running the ball extremely well. And I think Washington is going to have a hard time stopping that. Uh, I don't know, man. I like Michigan here. It looks really easy just to lay the points here with Washington at home. I think after last year, Michigan wants blood. It's a revenge spot. I like how Michigan's been playing. I like that they can run the ball, especially in a game like this. Um, I think that Michigan pulls the upset here. Give me Michigan on the money line, and I'm not a big Michigan guy at all. But I'm just not buying into this Washington team, man. Yes, I love their quarterback play. I love the Washington defense as well, but I'm just not sold. I'm just not sold. I'm not. I think Michigan has. I think it tells me a lot that Michigan is, you know, almost a pick 'em here, almost a pick 'em. So give me Michigan. We're taking Michigan on the road. All right. Next game we got. Looks like UCF taking on Florida. We got UCF taking on Florida. We got UCF laying 1 point here. You got Florida getting 1 point. We got a total of 62 in this game. Very, very high total. It's a very, very high total for a reason. And that's exactly what we're going to do. They got this game set as a pick 'em. Do I necessarily agree with that? I mean, I really don't know how I feel about this spread, honestly. But I love the over. I love the over here. We have an in-state rivalry. And this line shows, really, guys, like for real, for real. If you've watched college football over the past few years, like to see Florida against UCF at the swamp as an underdog. I don't care if they're a 1 point underdog. I don't care if they're a half a point underdog. To see in a game like this against UCF at the swamp and Florida to be an underdog, I mean, you really got to be like, you got to really be like, wow, like, okay, like that just tells you so much, man. It just tells you so much about how this year is really going for Florida. I'm trying to find the exact times, how many times Florida has actually been an underdog at home like this in a game like this. I'm probably not going to find it, but they actually opened up as a 2.5 point favorite, by the way. This line is actually moving in favor of Florida because it just looks good. I mean, you don't get Florida at home as an underdog in a game like this that often, guys. So it kind of just tells me a lot about how Florida's year is going. Um, I mean, like I said, it's an in-state rivalry, man. Florida is really struggling this year. Being at the swamp in a game like this and a dog is just crazy to me. And I'm not necessarily in the business of fading Florida at home. Because it just it's kind of embedded in you, right? Like if you've been betting college, it's kind of embedded in you to really be careful betting against Florida at home because they usually are a super good home team. It's a tough environment. The weather sucks. Even though UCF is the weather don't much matter for UCF, the thing is here we got two bad defenses, right? Both defenses have been terrible this year. This over should hit easily in my opinion. I just don't know who's going to win. I really think UCF is probably going to pull this game out. Because I could see a lot of love being on Florida in this game just because they are a dog at the swamp in an in-state rivalry, right? The public will be eating up Florida at plus money at home. So I think it really does tell me a lot that UCF is favored here. So I do think UCF wins the game. I think the much safer play, guys, is you just hit the over. You just hit the over here and watch the points pile up. I think it's going to be a straight shootout. We have two teams that are both not good at defense. I mean, we'll leave it at that, right? I mean, just take the over here, in my opinion. All right, next game we got let me see. We got Miami and Cal, which I don't have a thing for. Um so we got Miami and Cal here. Miami's laying 10 points. You got Cal getting 10 points and you got a total of 54. Um so right away, I look at Miami laying 10 points and I think it looks good. This is a very solid Cal defense, okay? And we got to really respect that defense. Um because we know that Miami can score, right? We know that. Last week we seen Miami. This is what worries me. Last week Miami gave up what? 200 rushing yards, right? Yeah, 200 rushing yards. And Cal a couple weeks ago they rushed for almost 300. So this Cal comes in with a good defense, a good run game, and Miami's not really defending the run well at all. And I do think that this is going to be a gritty, low scoring type of battle. This is going to be a very ugly game that's going to be won, I think, by the run game. I think Cal's going to bring that solid defense. I think Miami's going to get shocked by it, and Cal might be a really good look here against Miami this week. I'm serious. I'm going to take Cal with the points, but I think my better play overall is the under, guys. The under 54. I think this total is way too high in a game that Cal is going to just want to muck up. They're just going to muck this game up. They're going to make it ugly. They're going to make it a defensive game. And Cal is going to hold on to that ball for dear life. They are going to run and run and run that ball, and they're going to eat the clock. That's what they're going to do. That is going to be Cal's game plan here. And getting only 10 points here is telling me quite a bit. So be careful if you're back in Miami today, man. That's all I'm saying. And I love Miami, but be careful if you're backing them today. All right. Last game we got, guys. My favorite fucking game of the day, and I can't wait for it, man. We got Texas Tech taking on Arizona, bro. And when I tell y'all, bro, that we are going to eat off of this game, we are going to eat off of this game tonight in VIP. And I can't fucking wait. So we got Texas Tech taking on Arizona. We have Texas Tech coming in as a 6.5 point underdog on the road. Arizona laying 6.5 here at home. with a total of 63.5, y'all. So Zona coming off of a huge upset over Utah, right? Huge upset over Utah. Didn't see it coming. Shocked the hell out of me. Uh, and honestly, this could be upset spot for Texas Tech if you think about it, because Arizona's coming off of a huge high, right? So this really does pull up as the classic, letdown spot for Arizona. Texas Tech has a very weak secondary, and that's my whole problem here. When we're talking about a Power Four football team, Texas Tech has got to have the worst secondary that I have ever seen when it comes to a Power Four football team. I do not trust this Texas Tech defense at all. It worries the fuck out of me, especially when they're going up against a quarterback and wide receiver duo the way Arizona has. Personally, I think, McMillan, man, McMillan has got to be one of my favorite wide receivers, bro. This guy is so fucking good, man. McMillan is so fucking good, bro. Um, I think Texas Tech's run game with Brooks is a beautiful way for Texas Tech to attack this game. If they use Brooks, man, just feed Brooks. Just feed Brooks. And I'm telling you, if they did that against Arizona, they're going to be just fine. One way or another, guys, what I'm saying is this game is going over. Okay? I can't see it being no other way. This game is going over, man. You got a really good passing game coming in with Arizona, and you got Texas Tech that is a really good running game, and neither one of these teams has much of a defense that I can see stopping either one of these guys. I mean, Brooks is a monster, man. Brooks is a monster for Texas Tech, and then Arizona, man, you got McMillan, and you got a bunch of other weapons over there. I just think this is going to be a huge fucking over spot. So I got a ton of props I like in this game. I think it's going to be a really good really good game to end our Saturday to watch. So I can't wait to tune into this one, man. Arizona, Texas Tech. It's going to be a good game, y'all. It's going to be a really good game. All right, that's all I got for college football. Uh, Leaves us plenty of time to go over a couple of baseball games real quick, and then I'll get you guys up out of here. So let's look at what we got. 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock, we got the Detroit Tigers taking on who? Who are the Detroit Tigers taking on? Why can't I remember who the fuck the Tigers are playing? The Guardians. The Guardians. Tigers are taking on the Guardians. All right, so let me switch this back. Sorry, I'm kind of rushing through the show, guys, but I gotta still put my card out and everything, and I'm kind of busy today. So, all right, so we got the Tigers taking on the Guardians here. It looks like the Guardians are home favorite at minus 148. You got the Tigers at a plus 124. Looks like Tyler Holton is coming out for the Tigers, and Tanner Bybee is coming out for the Guardians. So let me pull up my baseball stuff here. So let's go to Baseball Savant real quick and see what we got. I'll tell you all right now, this is definitely not an easy game. I love what I've been seeing from the Tigers. I think obviously Bybee has an advantage on the mound today, and I think we're getting a lot of value with the Tigers. I really do. I love what I've been seeing from the Tigers. I mean, I know Tanner Bybee has the advantage here, but I really do like the Tigers, man, and I think they have an advantage. Tanner Bybee's numbers against the Tigers are terrible. I mean, they are absolutely terrible, guys. We'll get to that in a minute. Let me see here. What else am I looking for? Swish analytics, right? For the batters. Swish analytics for the batters. All right, we're gravy. Let's get it. All right, so like I said, I'm liking the Tigers here, man. Guardians, I get why they're favored at home, especially with Bybee on the mound, guys. I get it. I mean, Bybee had a great ending to the year, and so did the Guardians in a way. The Tigers are one of those teams that just win. I mean, they are on one of them runs, right? At the perfect time. And I think as long as the books keep wanting to give us plus money for the Tigers, guys, until that spark dies, we keep riding with the Tigers, man. Like I said, Bybee, how is he going to do? How is he going to do here? We've never really, I mean, we never really seen him in the postseason, Bybee, right? So how is he really going to hold up here? And then you look at his numbers, right? You look at his numbers against the Detroit lineup with a huge sample size, by the way, 86 plate appearances. He has a 17.4 K percent, which is bad. He has a pretty high walk rate of 8.1. This is where it gets good. He has an opponent batting average of a 316, and he has an ex WOBA of a 418. That means he is putting batters on base. They are getting to him. This Tigers lineup hits Bybee extremely well. And then you have a lefty coming out in Tyler Holton, who actually, surprisingly enough, has some really good numbers against the Guardians. He's not a great strikeout guy, but his numbers are really good. He has an opponent batting average of a 224, an ex-WOBA of a 282, which is lovely. I mean, you got to give me the plus money with the Tigers here, man. I can't see no other way of going about this game here. Keep giving me plus money with the Tigers. I'm going to keep on taking it. Um, Couple guys to look at for the batters here for the Tigers. Um, so we got. Let me zoom in a little bit on this. So we got Colt Keith. Colt Keith, man. He has 9 at bats, 4 hits, 3 singles, 1 triple, only 1 strikeout. Colt Keith for the Detroit Tigers, man. It's a lefty on righty matchup. He has good numbers. Take Colt Keith for a hit or hits, runs, RBIs if you want. McKinstry's numbers are not great, so that's just another lefty I'm looking at. His numbers aren't great, and obviously the other lefty is Riley Green, but obviously, yeah. Who else on the Tigers here? All right, we'll leave it at that. If you're looking at anyone on the Guardians side of things, I mean Ramirez against Holton has really good numbers. He's slugging a 714. He has 2 doubles against him, 1 single, only 1 strikeout. So Jose Ramirez has some really nice numbers against Holton. So that's where I would go in that one. And then our next game that we have the Royals taking on the Yankees, it looks like. We got the Royals taking on the Yankees. So we got, let me see, let me see. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Damn, bro, you got the fucking. Oh, I made a bet with Tim too that the Mets are going to win this series against the against the Phillies. We'll see how that goes. All right, so we got the uh we got the Royals. Wait, do we got the Royals playing the Yankees today? Yeah, we got 4 games. So actually, we got the Mets and the Phillies first, right? Yeah, we got the Mets and the Phillies first. We'll come back to that game, I guess. All right, so we got the Royals at a plus 170. You got the Yankees at a minus 205. We got a total of 7.5 here. It's slightly favored to the over. I mean, it's the Yankees. I'm laying the run line with the Yankees here, man. I think the Yankees get this shit done. I do like the Royals, but I'm just not loving this matchup here. So you got Waka coming out for the Royals, and you got Garrett Cole in playoff time, postseason. Garrett Cole coming out for the Yankees. it I gotta back Garrett Cole, guys. I have to. I think the Yankees are going to show up. They're at home. I mean Garrett Cole, we just seen him starting to get into form, man. You know, I do think Waka has been good. Like he really has been. But Cole, man, he has been getting so good, man. And when he is that, I mean, look at his last game versus the Orioles, right, guys? His last game versus the Orioles. That is the Cole that is going to be coming into this season. Like that, I mean, into this postseason. I'm telling you. Uh, and I can't fade that. I can't fade that. So here, I gotta take Garrett Cole here. And after what we've seen with the Royals barely putting up any runs in that last series, I gotta go with Cole. There's no way around it. So what I'll do here is we'll go Yankees first five in this one. We'll take Yankees first five minus the half a run, get in and out of this game, and that's it. Because honestly, the only reason why I'm backing the Yankees here is because of Cole. And yes, Waka has been looking dominant, but I still don't really have that faith in Waka, especially under circumstances like this. So that might be more of a personal thing, but I'm not trusting it. I'd rather go with Cole, who has the experience, who I know is going to show up, and we're just waiting on the Yankees bats to back them up. And I think they will here. So, yeah, definitely Yankees first five for me. All right, let's go to the next game, which is going to be the Mets taking on the Phillies here. We got the Mets coming in. We got the Mets coming in at a plus 154. You got the Phillies at a minus 185. Big favorite here at home. You're at the bank. You got a total of 7. The Mets are bringing out Cody Senga, and then the Phillies are bringing out Zach Wheeler. Um, I do think the Mets win this series, man. I do. I do think the Phillies are going to take one. I don't necessarily think it's going to be here. I love the value we're getting with the Mets here. Um, I I can't sit up here and be like, oh, I think Senga is the better option because he's not, right? But Mets are just one of those teams that are not going to go away. We we've been talking about it for the last 2 weeks, right? Phillies got some solid lineup. They do. They got a solid lineup, man. Especially, you know, in the playoffs. I mean, look at the lineups all in the playoffs. Phillies are up there, right? Of having one of the best lineups in this playoffs. They're definitely up there. I'm not going to lie about that. But this is just a good spot for the Mets, man. I mean, yeah, I'm all over the Mets here. It's too much value, man. It's just too much value. Let me see here. The Mets have historically not really they fold, right? The Mets fold. Phillies, they've won 7 of their last 8 playoff games against the NL East. I mean, there's a lot of trends going against me on this one. I think the Mets get it. There's just too much value here. So the Mets, here we go. Here's a good one. The Mets have won 4 of their last 6 playoff games as a road underdog. So that's a good one. The Phillies have failed to cover the run line in their last 6 day games against the NL East after a win. So I don't know. Maybe there's a couple that's going back and forth here. So this is not my favorite game, man. It's a very tough one just because of the pitching matchup. I do think that the Mets are not gonna go away easy. I really don't. So, and honestly, this could be the most important game for them if they can get past Wheeler, boy. I mean, they might be flying high coming into the next game. So yeah, give me the Mets here. I'm taking the Mets at the plus 154. You can take the 1.5 at a minus 148 as well. All right, last game is the Padres, man. You got the Padres taking on the Dodgers. The Dodgers, Dodgers. This is another tough game because I'm super biased when it comes to the Padres. Y'all know that. It looks like the Padres are going to be bringing out Dylan Cease today. You're getting Dylan Cease as an underdog on the road, and you got Yamamoto coming out for the Dodgers at a minus 135. Padres with Cease are at a plus 114, and we got a total of 7.5 in this game, guys. 7.5 here. So the Dodgers opened up at a minus 149. They're now at a minus 135. So it looks like there is definitely money coming in on the Padres here. Um I gotta take the plus money. I gotta take the plus money. I mean, it almost looks too trappy. It almost looks too trappy. Right? But Dylan Cease has good numbers against the Dodgers, guys. I mean, so he's got 101 plate appearances. He's got a 33.7 K percent. He's got a low walk rate. He's got a very low opponent batting average of a 231, and he has an xWOBA of 315. Dylan Cease's numbers are terrific against this Dodgers lineup. Yamamoto, very small sample size, but again, he has really good K work, very high walk rate, 347 x Woba, an opponent batting average of 381. Dylan Cease is the better option here. He is the better option here, man. I just I gotta go with him, man. There ain't no way around it. I know it seems like I'm just on all the dogs here, but I can't help it, man. I like the Padres here. There's a couple guys that have uh pretty good numbers in this one. Um, but they're just all really low sample sizes to go off of. I mean, you got Machado. He's seen Yamamoto once. Or no, he's seen Yamamoto 3 plate appearances with 2 at bats. He's got 1 hit. He's got one hit, one single. Or no, he don't. I apologize. He got 3 plate appearances. So it's like he's got 2 hits. He's got 1 single, 1 home run, and 1 strikeout. Machado. And Machado does show up. So I do like Machado here. Um Hernandez for the Dodgers has really good numbers against Dylan Cease. So that's someone worth looking at. Yeah, his numbers are terrific. Enrique Hernandez has some really good numbers against Dylan Cease, guys. So I would write that one down as well. Otani has some decent numbers, but everyone else are pretty much in the dirt. So all right, so that's what I got, man. I'm on the Padres here. Padres with Dylan Cease. If they're giving us a good strikeout number for Dylan Cease, I'm going right there as well. So you can get Dylan Cease's strikeouts at a 4.5 at a minus 130. Man, give me that shit all day, bro. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? I had to write that down because I'm betting that, bro. All right, Dylan Cease, man, strikeouts over 4.5. I love it. All right, guys, that's all I got. Give you my best bet, and then we'll get up out of here because I got a lot of shit I got to do still before football. Um, Trying to see what did I give y'all, man? I can't remember what I gave y'all on that play. All right, so we're gonna go with we're going with Iowa. We're going with Iowa plus the points, guys. We're going with Iowa plus the points today as my college football best bet. All right, Iowa plus the points. All right, man. You guys know where to find me. I got an all weekend VIP package, bro. We are on fire. I the last week we have been killing it, guys. Killing it. I'm dead ass serious. You want a good weekend? Hit me up, man. $10 get you all weekend, or you could just get the month. Just buy the month for $10 if you're a new member. But if you just want the weekend for some weird reason, hit me up. I got you. We're going to have a huge weekend. I'm telling y'all, it's going to be great. Oliver's on tap, man. He swept the board last night. I almost swept last night. Like we're on fire right now, man. You guys should definitely join. All right. Sorry I'm rushing through all this, but like I said, I got a lot of shit I got to do. But I do appreciate y'all, man. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the picks, man. I'm sorry I didn't have someone else on the show. Tomorrow, tomorrow is going to be awesome, guys. So tomorrow, we have just like last Sunday. I think we're going to have one or two people less, but regardless, we're still going to have like Prop Kitchen on. We're going to have AI Tony on. It's lit. Like they gave out some seriously good ass props last week, and I'm excited to have them back on the show for tomorrow. So tomorrow's show starts at 10:30, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for the NFL tomorrow. So make sure you guys tune in. It's going to be an awesome show, man. Just like it was last week. Make sure you guys bring your pen and paper, because that's what I'd be doing. I'd be sitting here writing down everything. So yeah, man. All right, I appreciate all you guys, man. For real, everyone that continues to support me, man. It means a lot to me, you know. So yeah, man, I appreciate all you guys, bro. I'll see you guys tomorrow, man. Good luck with all your bets today. VIP plays are about to start to drop right now. I know there's like 80 y'all in here, so I'm about to drop the plays now, so you guys have plenty of time to get them in. We got some really good ones today, guys. So let's lock in, man. Let's have a weekend. All right, let's make tonight a winning one. I'll see you guys tomorrow, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Be there or be square, people. And don't be square, all right? Just show up. That's all you got to do. Just show up.